Hi, my name is Kelly Williams from HappyU, and what I want to do, first of all, is introduce myself, I suppose, because I believe that, especially with social media, there's a lot of people kind of out there vying for your attention, vying for your time, and I think that it's always good if you kind of can get to know somebody a little bit and actually find out a bit about them and why they might be somebody that is worth listening to. Because I think that, it's just good to kind of be honest and be authentic and kind of show who you are, especially when you're talking about stuff like happiness and sort of like helping people, really. It's, a little bit like, well, who are you kind of thing? Who are you to sort of be somebody who I should give my time to and listen? So that's what I want to do. I want to kind of share with you who I am, really. So I am going to try and tell you this story as fast as possible, but it is quite a few minutes, so just get comfort, maybe go and grab a cuppa, I don't know, and I'll just kind of give you a bit of background about who I am, really. Okay, so I am 42 years old. I am single. I've got no children. I live in a rented house. I drive an old Micra, and as of last week, which is the, God, what day was it? About the 4th of February 2019, I packed in my part-time job as a post lady. And I kind of feel, even though I don't have any of those things, really, really happy. And I can honestly say that, like, I'm not just saying it, I say it and I mean it. And so what I want to do is share with you why I feel like I feel, and also, more importantly for you, how I got to this place. So I'm going to take you back 4 years, when I was 38 years old. So I was in a relationship. And I really thought that relationship was like it, that the one. Do you know what I mean? We all have that the one thing, don't we? And I thought that was it. We were really, in love, blah, 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 planning for the future, blah, blah, blah. And then out of nowhere, this relationship ended. Now, it was nobody's fault. It wasn't, nothing horrible happened. It just couldn't continue. And literally, like in a breath, it was done. It was over. And it was devastating. Like, do you know what I mean? I was 38. Like, seriously, I should have had it sorted by then, shouldn't I? 38. Like, I actually think that at the time I was living with my mum and dad. I really think I was. I can't remember. I think I was. And so, as you can imagine, right, I'm laughing now. At the time, it was not funny. Honestly, I was an absolute mess. And so I was kind of like down on my knees. I was just like, what the hell is going on with my life? Do you know what I mean? When you do that, like, it felt like the world had crumbled around me. Anyway, luckily, my best friend was home. She was living in Hong Kong at the time. And she was home, and she said to me, right, I've bought you a present. We're going to go see a psychic, and she's really good, and I'm paying. And I was like, what? And so I've never been to see a psychic before. Not pro or against or whatever. I didn't really have an opinion on it, to be honest. It had just never come into my life. And so I thought, well, what the hell? I've got nothing to lose. So anyway, me and my friend went to see this lady. She's a lovely lady called Joanne Gregory, and we sat in front of her, and she basically told me my life and what had gone on with me and this guy, and that it were all meant to happen. It was meant to be over. It wasn't the one for me, and that was that. Because over here, there was this new life. There was this like dream life that was gonna, that was coming. Like, have you seen that? Is it Dove from Above? On that TV program. So yeah, and this life was like on its way to me, and it was like the guy, the baby, glamorous lifestyle, dream job, all of that. And she painted this like amazing picture, and I couldn't believe it. I was just like in shock, like I've just literally 2 days before had my heart ripped out, and then now she was saying this. So anyway, I went away, mulled it over, and couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I thought, do you know what? I'm going to ring her back, because I don't get it. I just don't get it. So I rang her back and I said, how do I get that picture that you've described? Because I want it. How do I get it? And she said, right, she said that everything's like vibration. We're all vibrating. Everything's energy. And there's like this emotional scale that's all vibration. And so right now, she said, you're down here at like 0, 0, which is like despair, misery, anger, whatever. And this dream life that you want is floating around here at 10. So she said, so what you've got to do is to pick yourself up this emotional scale. And when, you know, you're at 10, he's at 10, your paths will cross. And that's it. You will meet, and it will all be magical. And I was just like, right, okay. So I went away, and then basically did what I thought I needed to do to raise my vibration. So I started meditating. I bought books on how to raise your vibration. I bought books on everything, on energy, on the universe, on philosophy, you know, everything, you name it. I was reading it all. I was just like, you know, kind of desperate, really, if I'm being honest. Because you imagine if you're at a point in your life and you feel real despair and you feel really hopeless, you know, that's where I was. And then what this woman did was give me this light, this thing to cling on to. And so that's what I did. Like, I were clinging on to that blooming light because that was the only thing that was keeping me going. So yeah, I was like, joined a philosophy group, started going to a Buddhist center. I did my Reiki training. I got into healing, both myself and for other people. And I was just like a crazy person, like, you know, I want that dream, you know. And then what happened was, out of nowhere, I read a post on Facebook. Now, just to give you some background, I am friends with a woman on Facebook called Sol. Sol lives in Argentina and she suffers from Lyme disease. Now, I wasn't a direct friend, but I was friends on Facebook, and I was supposed to go and meet her when I was over in South America 7 years ago. The connection never happened, but we stayed friends on Facebook. So this post that I read on social media was like a plea from one of her friends saying, Sol's really, really sick. She needs help. She's got nothing. She's got no money. And the medical profession in Argentina and all over the world, to be fair, you know, it's hard to understand his Lyme disease. It is not a clear-cut disease. It's not like you get sick, you take this, you heal. She was desperate, this woman. And so this friend had put this plea out online. So I read this plea. And I don't know what it was. I just couldn't forget about it. It just got me. You know, when something like, it's like pulls on your heart. And that's what happened. So I was trying to rack my brains as to what I could do to help this woman, what idea, kind of fundraising idea I could come up with to help her. Now, most of you, I don't know, any of you have ever done fundraising, it's really hard. And so I wanted to come up with an idea that would be engaging to the public to get people interested, because raising money for a middle-aged woman for a disease that no one's heard of who lives over in Argentina, I was going to have to think of something good and interesting to get people's attention. So what I did was I decided to do 26 marathons in 26 days. Now, I know that sounds a lot, but at the time, I was a full-time post lady, I was running, and I was really quite fit. So even though it was a real task, it was, for me, doable. Only just, but it was doable. So anyway, that's what I did. And every day for the 26 days, I would do an act of kindness, because Spread a Little Sunshine is a kindness campaign that encourages people to spread kindness, because I'm a big believer in kindness and the power of kindness. So anyway, that's what I did, and it actually worked. So each day after my marathon, I'd do a video and I'd say, to spread a little sunshine today, and then I would share an act of kindness. Then I nominated my friends, and then it spread, and it was just brilliant, like absolutely amazing. Because what Saul actually said as well was that with kindness, you know, it's not just the giver and the receiver of the act of kindness that benefits. If you witness an act of kindness, you also benefit. It also makes you feel good. So that's why it's got such amazing power. So anyway, what Sol said is she found it really helped her, because she was witnessing these acts of kindness every day. So anyway, that was kind of the start of Spread a Little Sunshine. And the thing was, though, with the marathons, I thought that we would raise all the money that we needed to raise, and we didn't. We raised a fraction of the money that was needed. So instead of something being just a 1-month project that I thought it was going to be, it became a thing like a fundraising campaign, but also a kindness campaign. And as time went on, I got more and more involved in this, to a point where I went down part-time with my job, and because I kind of wanted to commit to this this fundraising. I just got so into it. It was my absolute passion, that and my healing business. But if I'm being honest, I neglected the healing business because I was focusing so much on Spread a Little Sunshine. So anyway, what Spread a Little Sunshine became was like this campaign about going into schools, teaching kids about kindness, putting on events for the elderly to combat loneliness, as well as raising this money to help Sol. So basically what has happened is, over these years, so it's been 4 years since I went to see the sidekick and 2 years since I started Spread a Little Sunshine. What I have done is, through distraction, whatever you want to call it, and kind of doing something that I am passionate about, and also investing in myself with all the reading and all the learning. I've also really been taking care of myself, you know, with diet, exercise, all of that kind of thing. I have actually realised that now I have gotten to a point where I can honestly say, hand on my heart, that I am incredibly happy. And so what I kind of want to say to you guys watching is that it is possible to find this feeling of happiness, of contentment, of fulfillment without all that exterior stuff. So it's not, for me, it's not about a boy, it's not about a baby, it's not about loads of money, you know, it's not about a big fancy house, it's none of that. I have managed to find this feeling within me. And that, for me, is like a real big deal, because I always thought like I needed the guy, I needed this, I needed that in order to be happy. You know, I never really realised that you can actually just find it within yourself. So that's pretty big, I think, and I'm dead proud. I'm really proud of myself for kind of getting to this point. So much so that I now feel compelled, drawn, whatever you want to call it, to share what I've learnt. You know, I feel that it's kind of who I am, this whole kindness, happiness, healing, helping people. It's just who I am. It's what I'm kind of been plonked on this earth to do. So that's why I am making these videos, and that's why I have created this. It's how to be a HappyU 30-day challenge. So what I ask is that you just give it a go. And trust me when I say that if you take on board just some of the things that I say, I honestly feel that it will make you feel happier. I really do. But so just give it a go. That's all I'm saying. I'm just going to put it out there. Just give it a go. Watch some of the videos. If you kind of vibe with it, if you vibe with me, if you think, do you know what, I like this girl, I like what she's got to say, I'm going to give her a chance and have a listen, then brilliant. Just do it, just crack on. And hopefully, over the course of the 30 days, however long it takes you, it might just make you that little bit happier. So, before I say goodbye, there's just a couple of things that I just want to say before you get started with the 30-day challenge even. First thing is, get yourself a journal or a notepad, or if you've got a diary or a planner, something like that. I like this one. How gorgeous is it? I just love the colours. So yeah, because the good thing about starting a challenge like this or something like this, first of all, if you buy a journal, it's like a commitment in it. You're saying, I'm in, I'm going to go for this and I'm going to give it a try. And it's a really good way of recording, you know, what you're going to do, how you're going to challenge yourself, you know, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your goals, where do you want to be, when do you want to be there, you know, and it's a way of kind of looking at your path and at your journey and how things move and progress and change. So that's one thing that I would like to suggest before you start, or even if you just use your phone, you know, in your notes in your phone, even if you just make notes in there. And the second thing is go gentle and be easy on yourself. Like, you don't have to rush through this in 30 days. You can if you want, but if you want to just like watch one of the videos, take it on board, maybe set yourself a challenge for that week, and go steady and go slow, because the one thing you don't want is to embark on something and then 5 days in you think, I'm no good at this, it's not working, and feel like a failure. I don't want you to do that. I just want you to be kind to yourself, take it slow and steady, and just do this at your own pace. Now, a couple of things. There is also a Facebook group called HappyU where I put out daily inspirations. There is also, by the time you probably watch this video, there's going to be weekly healing sessions that I'm going to be doing on the HappyU page, which is a kind of a way of bringing people together, talking about healing, because I kind of think, and I know that when people are sick, it's a very lonely road. So, you know, I kind of want this idea of bringing people together so they feel that they're not alone. And if I can help them in any way, then I want to do that. And so, yeah, so anything you want to kind of follow up on, any links will be below in the text box. This is my first YouTube video, so if I'm a bit fluffy my words and things like that, then just bear with me. Like I say, I'm just speaking honestly, really, and I'm sure, you know, things will get a bit slicker as I go along, but for now this is just how it is. So any questions, please put them in the comments. If you want to get in touch, by all means do. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy it, and I really hope that you just get something out of it, even if it's a small thing, because small things or small steps in the right direction, you will eventually get there. Your speed doesn't matter. Forward is forward. I like that one. So yeah, I'll say goodbye for now. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I shall see you guys soon. Okay, thanks.